guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Eurovision Song Contest 2019 semi-final 2, talking about the songs and my predictions, how that went. And yeah, let's just get straight into it because it's probably going to be a decently long video, so yeah. Opening the show we had Armenia. Right. There was a couple of things I wanted to know about this. Her vocals were kind of shaky at some points, and I don't know if that was the mixing, because I felt again sometimes the mixing was off in the semi again. Also I don't know if it was my TV, but some of the performances were really like bass heavy and I could barely hear the singers, like the mic sounded weird. But when it came to the high notes, that's when it mattered, and her vocals did sound good there. However, I think a lot of people have noticed this. There was literally a shot when it goes, you knew that my heart was not small. That bit, and it's like the camera's panning behind her. The audience was empty. I don't know what happened there, if that was planned. I'm assuming it was, but that confused me a bit. If anyone knows the meaning why they did that, please let me know. But it did kind of confuse me. Overall, Armenia wasn't really a shock non-qualifier by the end of it. I think going into the rehearsals people thought it could have been, but by the end of it and actually the show, it wasn't much of a shock non-qualifier. It was actually somewhat deserved, which kind of is a tough thing to say, but also it's the truth. Ireland, this was fun. Loved the staging, love it. It was so much fun, but it was not strong at all. Her vocals as well were like very weak, and it just wasn't competitive enough to qualify. Like, it was a for sure non-qualifier, and it sucks, but yeah, the theme couldn't drag it through because the song was subpar, you know. Moldova, for me this seemed to focus a lot more on the sound art than the actual singer, so in that sense I'm kind of glad it didn't qualify, because it would have been kind of like a slap in the face to Anna, because the staging was literally relying on, oh, look at the sound art, look at the sound art, and let's not focus on our piss poor song. Yeah. Also, like, the disintegration effect that they put on Anna, what was that? Because it looked cheap. Why was that there? It was not needed at all. What? But yeah, this was a for sure non-qualifier. No doubt about it in my mind. Switzerland, this was so much fun. This had so much like energy, and it was such a good performance. You can tell Sacha Jean-Baptiste made it. I loved the different use of the screen ratios. Like, it would always change, and it was just something different. His vocals sounded actually pretty good as well. He did the dance, but we're not going to talk about that. Yep, this was a for sure qualifier. Definitely. Latvia. All I wrote for this, I feel bad now. I got bored. For sure non-qualifier. Look, her vocals were great from what I remember listening in, but I just got bored. Like, literally it was just the same thing for 3 minutes, and I was like, can we just move on to Romania? And that's what I'm going to do. Sorry, I'm sorry if you're from Latvia, but I think you need to kind of think about the quality of songs that you're putting into Supernova, because if you're putting songs like this in it, you're not gonna get good results out. Romania, this was robbed. This was absolutely robbed. Sorry. I voted for this, and I've seen other people voting for it, and I swear to God, Jonathan tweeted out the difference between 10th and 11th was 1 point. I swear to God, if Romania was 11th and Denmark was 10th, I'm gonna throw some hands. It's okay, Chloe, calm down. It sucks because Romania was so good. Like, I've literally just wrote here, I was entranced in that performance. Like, it was just intense, and then at points it was like magical, and it was just amazing. Like the fire, the amount of fire, that it just complemented everything. It was just a shock non-qualifier. I was dead certain this was going through. I was like, what? It got to a point when Denmark had been announced, and also Albania by that point was announced. I was like, well, one of my favourites out of Romania and Malta is not going through. Damn it, it sucks because they've qualified every year and this deserved to qualify. Like, they've qualified with worser entries. I don't know what went wrong for them. I swear to God, if this was the 11th, I'm going to start crying. You'll just see me on Sunday being like, why? But yeah, I can't do anything to change it now. Maybe I could have voted for it more. I don't know what I would have done, but maybe swapping my votes about so I had 10 votes instead of 5 could have made all the difference. But in hindsight, we don't know until the full results come out, and I'm still just upset this didn't qualify, to be honest. Denmark. This was a shock qualifier to me. Not in the sense of personally, because I would have I loved the fact this qualified, but for my predictions, it was a shock qualifier. It had really cute vibes and like the vocals were cute, so I guess I could see maybe why it got through. Like, I think this had a lot of what I wrote is local support, as in like people just tuning in, like first time hearing it, they'll think it's cute and vote for it. It's a very local friendly song. It's not harming anyone, it's very just uplifting, and that's probably how it's gotten through. I think the juries as well could have voted this in, but I'm not sure. This is a hard one to say why it got through, and I think it's more because of the televote. Considering the fact Denmark, Sweden and Norway all got through, I'm assuming they had help from each other. So, Sweden. For me the performance kind of fell flat. I'm not saying like his vocals were flat, but I didn't get the magic that I had in Melfest. And I didn't even get the full magic in Melfest. Like, I still thought it was a good performance. It was like amazing in Melfest. It lacked that for me yesterday night. No matter what, he sounded amazing. Never doubt John Lundvik's vocal capability, but like it just felt like the performance was missing that magic it had in Melfest. I couldn't tell you what that is, but it was a for sure qualifier no matter what. I would have literally been jaw-dropping like, oh my god, Sweden didn't qualify if they didn't. Like, I would have been like, what the hell? But I did. Austria. Magical. I had goosebumps. I was close to tears. I was thinking this could have gone through, but looking at it, it might have struggled from the lack of televote support. I think this is one of the 3 countries that the viewers and the juries kind of disagreed on. Courtesy of Jonas for telling us that as well. I think Austria would have done amazing with the juries, and maybe not as well with the televote. Her vocals as well, maybe because of the emotion she was putting in, were a bit shaky at times, and then it wasn't as hard to concrete that because there was no like tear, you know, and I think she was trying, like you could see that she wanted to, it just wasn't coming out, but her vocals at times were a bit for the song, but it was a good performance. Like, I got the same goosebumps from watching the second rehearsals I got from watching that whole entire performance. It was stunning. I did think it could have gone through, but I think in my head I was like, well, this isn't going to really appeal to the televote, so I'm not going to hold out hopes for it, and I was right to not. Croatia kind of shocked me in a way. Like, the performance kind of had me like, what is going on? Like, his vocals were on point. I'm telling you that now. Like, his vocals, saving his voice worked. Armenia should have taken some hints. Yeah, he was right to save his voice during all of the rehearsals. He lowered the key in the rehearsal before the jury final. Smart things you do as a singer. You save your vocals for when it matters. I think he could have actually done, I think he could have gotten through on the juries. I just have that feeling. It is a dated song, however, I think the vocals pushed it through. I have a feeling. I wouldn't be surprised if this wasn't last. And it's not like 18th, 17th, 16th. I'd kind of be surprised if it wasn't 16th, but it could also kind of be that more mid-table non-qualifier result. The performance just like kind of was a lot more than what I thought, but it kind of told a story in a way that I didn't expect it to. And maybe people didn't fully get that story at all, but I kind of got it because of, you know, hearing what people were saying, and then also kind of being like, well, angel wings, like falling from heaven, kind of start putting two and two together. I was thinking maybe it could sneak through if people were like, oh my god, like this is like reminding me of the 90s, but in the end I was like, nah. And I was right to say that, because I think in the end it was just a for sure non-qualifier, and I think it was me doubting everything I knew about this semi, trying to say that it could go for it. Malta, oh my god, this performance. So basically, they scared me because they had the boxes in the first rehearsal, they didn't have it in the second, and I was like, okay, what are they doing? It got to the dress rehearsal for semi 2 and they had the boxes back, and I was like, oh my god, yes. And then she sounded amazing in the jury final, and last night, oh my god, she was like giving it. She was sassy, like her at the start with twirling her hair. I was like, mood. Like kind of got my hair in the same way as her, but mine's is like way longer. Didn't realise I did that. But oh my god, she was like giving it, and like her vocals were on point, and I was like, ah! Oh my god. Love the fact it was announced last, you know, they're like giving me a heart attack, don't they? But yeah, this performance had everything I ever wanted it to have, and then more. I loved the chameleon theme, like it was just so smart using the blending in with the white outfits, loved it. I'm telling you now, it is performing first on Saturday. I'll go into a bit more detail about that in my next video. I wouldn't be surprised if it still does well. Keep an eye out for it, because I have a feeling, I have a good gut feeling about Malta this year, and I hope I'm not wrong. Lithuania, literally all I wrote after this was so boring after Malta, for sure non-qualifier. Oh, I forgot to say Malta was a sure qualifier, but Lithuania was just there, and I was like, when is this going to be over? Because I was still freaking out about Malta and that staging, that I think it hurt Lithuania in a way. It was like, the song's very generic, it was never going through, and Malta had a booming fantastic staging that just wiped you out of this universe. That's all I'm gonna say. Russia was next. The staging was good, but not as impactful as I had envisioned it to be, I guess. I just expected a lot more, and the staging was great, don't get me wrong, but Macedonia did the screens better. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, he sounded amazing. His voice didn't crack on the high notes. I think he even went higher on the last like couple of notes. So at first I kind of thought he was off, and then I had to rewatch it afterwards, and I was like, oh no, he just went higher. That's why it sounded a bit weird. His vocals were great. Like, this was a for sure qualifier no matter what. The song may be dated, but yeah, it was always going to go for it no matter what. Albania, I kind of was expecting the staging to emulate the music video, so more like fire, rain and wind. I was just expecting all of that. So I'm kind of in a way shocked it got through, because I wasn't sure on it. Like, they had the support of like North Macedonia and Croatia and Romania and Moldova maybe. So I guess in a way I can see why they got through actually. But I just didn't think it was going to qualify, even though her vocals were absolutely out of this world. They were great. I just didn't think it was going to go through, and I regret doubting it, because I love it. I love Kyotokus. I love it, but something in my mind was like, it's not going to qualify. And then I was like, well, I thought it was going to be like Romania in its place. Yeah. Did I actually think it was going to go through? No, I didn't. So yeah, don't distrust your gut. That's what I've learned. So I'm going to keep that in mind for the final. Norway next. I did always say this could have been a shock non-qualifier, but actually looking at the entire performance, I did say Norway could be a shock non-qualifier. You know, it was very hyped up. I was thinking maybe Verona 2.0. However, seeing the whole performance, it did go really well. I feel like I read somewhere that someone messed up a lyric. So if anyone else noticed that, can you like let me know who messed up a lyric so I can go check that back? I feel like I read that on Twitter somewhere. But yeah, it was always gonna qualify. I think it was just me doubting a fan favourite and knowing how they've done it in the past. But yeah, like the vocals were great. I loved the entire performance. How they like, whenever a specific singer was singing, they focused on them, and you know, sometimes it's hard to do that with trios, but they made it work, and yeah, I'm happy it's went through. Like, it's a good addition to the final. Netherlands, winner vibes. Yeah, I said what I said. I had goosebumps, I had tears flowing down my face. Like, I had to admit, if you kind of saw me after the second rehearsal, watching it, I was a bit worried. I was just a tad bit worried. But watching it, it came together. They did it perfectly. The light worked perfectly. It was perfect. I'm crying thinking about the performance. His vocals were amazing. Everything about this was absolutely stunning. This was a for sure qualifier, and don't count it out on winning. Like, no. It's going to be in contention. I need to stop crying because this is embarrassing. North Macedonia, I'm just so happy. Like, literally all I wrote is finally. They changed their name and suddenly they've broken their qualification streak. Well, they've broken their non-qualification streak and my voice just is losing it. 2012 is when they last I want to kind of go on a little spiel right now. 2012 is when they last qualified. I couldn't imagine the amount of pressure Tamara had on her back to qualify. Like, imagine that. Your country hasn't qualified for like 6-7 years and you're going to Eurovision and you are more or less likely to expected to qualify. Like, imagine the pressure that she had on her back, and she delivered. I had tears as well. I had goosebumps for this as well. 2 songs after a row, I was literally just in tears. The message had me in tears. The way they staged it was perfect. They figured out staging. Oh my god. Her vocals were on point. And I always knew this was a for sure qualifier. Like, I didn't doubt it. I wouldn't say I was worried about it when the running order was released for the semis. I was just a bit concerned having Netherlands before it would kind of steal some votes from it. But in the back of my mind I was like, it's going to qualify though. Don't doubt it. And look what happened. I was right not to doubt it. And Azerbaijan closing the show. I still stand by that the staging was over the top. Sorry, I don't get what that cheap graphic was where Ebelman ascended and then disappeared. What was that? However, his vocals were on point, and I couldn't deny this was always going to be a for sure qualifier. And that's pretty much all I've written for it. So, moving into my predictions. A bit more of a varied result. However, for both before the show and during the show, my predicted qualifiers both got 8 out of 10, missing Albania and Denmark both out. And my wanted qualifiers are a little different. So before the show I got 6 out of 10, missing out Russia, Sweden, Denmark and Norway. However, during the show I got 7 out of 10, missing out Russia, Sweden and Norway. Can you tell who I don't like? Russia and Sweden. It's not that I have Sweden hate, I just find it very overrated. Sorry. And I'll also just tell you guys who I voted for, because I could vote in the semi and I was ecstatic. 5 votes for Malta, 5 votes for Romania, 5 votes for the Netherlands and 5 votes for North Macedonia. I spent £3 on voting last night and it's gonna happen again on Saturday. Yay! So yeah, that's everything for this video, guys. let me know. Same things as the first semi-final. 1, what did you get on your predictions? And 2, what did you think of the show as a whole? Any shocks? Any like, what the hell's going on? Like, overall thoughts about the whole entire semi? Are you happy with the qualifiers? Who would you switch out? I would say I want Romania in the final. If there was like a wild card, I'd want it to be Romania. I feel like other people would want it to be Portugal. It sucked Romania didn't get through is all I'm gonna say. So that's it for this video, guys. Tune in. I don't know if I'll be up later today or tomorrow, but tune in to this channel over the next couple of, like, 24 hours for my running order thoughts for the grand final, because I have wrote a good amount of notes for it. So yeah, I'm excited to talk about it. And do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Do not forget to just comment your thoughts down below. I like having a chat with you guys. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Love you guys. Bye.